Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to EVERSPACE. I think we're going to try out the Leech module today. So we can't repair our ship normally with nanobots. I feel like I don't do that all that much anyway. And this will let us repair our hull whenever we destroy something. My thinking is that the thing I have the biggest problem with is those little mass of gray goo ancient enemies, and this should be pretty good against them. They do damage directly to your hull just through proximity, and they just kind of tick you down over time. This should give us a better chance of fighting those off, and also I think it seems pretty good on the whole. I think we probably do a lot of our recruiting, or a lot of our repairing through service stations at this point, so. A G&B distress beacon is a new thing. I haven't seen one of those before. That said, I don't know that I want it. There's an access key over here, right? Like, let's just take the access key. Some extra missiles. Sometimes we take an access key and then never get a chance to use it, but in general I really like them. Okay, well I guess we're doing this right away. There's a couple of enemies, that's true. Like, many enemies. Oh boy. Alright, so we're just gonna really lay into them with these missiles. You know, we started with extra missiles, let's take advantage of it, right? It's times like this I really miss our auto turret.
Down one.
Okay, I think just one left. Alright, apparently the game is just trying to let us know things are going to be serious right from the outset. That's fine, we're ready for that. Okay, unfortunately, the enemies mostly seem to have dropped fuel. I wish that there was something you can do with fuel when you're Fallout. Maybe we could get a module equipped that lets us convert the fuel directly into credits or something. There we go. That was weird. It really did not want to give up that last bit of gas. So, where was that wreck? There was a wreck around here somewhere. There we go. This is what I was looking for. Honestly, this might even have a place to use our access card, because this looks like a busted up station. Alright, nanobots are still useful to us as a way of repairing our damaged systems, so. Unfortunately, it's looking like we're not going to get anything exciting out of this. This is some weird, like, this almost sounds like a Command and Conquer music track. Some weird stuff here. Yeah, wow. There we go. I was going to say, all of this for only one container seems very strange.
Credits. Nice and simple.
Oh, that's not the container. That is a fuel thing.
More loot for me.
A direct monetary reward for your endeavors.
Velocity mod. Yeah, I could see that being useful. There are definitely some weapons that are mostly not very good because of the fact that their projectiles require too much leading. Especially a problem later in the game with the much faster enemies. Okay, let's talk about new weapons. Let's build us a new weapon. Let's at least get our eyes on a new weapon. So I like the fusion blaster a lot. The shock rifle's not bad. But, I don't know. Maybe there's a better way to go. We had a lot of good experiences with the Fusion Blaster. It tears through our energy real quick, but maybe this should be the thing we're focused on. We actually started with enough dark matter to build one. Dark energy is a little easier to come by, but it's going to be a while before we can get there, unfortunately. We can probably just craft some cheap upgrades on our starting weapons here. Let's just like increase the fire rate. Well, maybe what I want to do instead is what is the shield DPS of this thing? 40? How much can we increase it by? What's a shield damage mod? Gives us 10%. Yeah, so it's still going to be nowhere near as good as the laser. I'm just trying to figure out, like, I don't really like the switching back and forth between weapons to fight single enemies thing. We'll just buff up the fire rate. It's fine. Do I see anything else that looks promising? Because we're probably going to have to get out of here pretty soon. I think the answer is no. I think we got everything there is to get here. Alright, I have hope. I believe that we can do this. I believe that we can get to Sector 7 at the very least. It's just a matter of not dying in a really stupid way. I have proven, I think, that I have the ability. Although it certainly is a little bit easier when I have robots to do some of the shooting for me. I mean, that said, I'm doing okay. And honestly, I think we're already seeing some of the benefits of this enhancement. Yeah, let's start it on this guy. He's coming this way anyway. Gonna have to fight him sooner or later. I love this thing they do where they, like, try to buzz you. They think flying right at you is a brilliant plan. Makes it so much easier to burn them down. Take damage! There we go, Jesus. Ow! The drone just headbutted me. Where are all these damn things even coming from? Why are there so many enemies? Oh, well, there's a G&B equipment transport. We have some other G&B stuff coming up. Oh wait, what am I doing? Yeah, we have some service stations and stuff coming up. I'm not too worried. But man, it does feel like the, this game has been really, really enemy dense, doesn't it? I better get credit for that. Sure, that guy ran into an asteroid, but I made him run into an asteroid. I want my 20 health. But of course, the moment you can't use nanobots, you're just swimming in them, right? Well, that was lucky. Okay, so... yeah, well, I'm speechless. I'm flabbergasted that we just happened upon one of these. Alright, this is a good weapon. This is a winning weapon. Requires us to be pretty close. I would actually like to build a Shock Rifle Pro, maybe, to complement this. because we can use that thing to scout at such an incredible range. But I think we're in a good place here. We supplement our fusion blaster with a nice long-range weapon and a good supply of missiles. Things could be real good. Yeah, look at the damage output on this thing. Whoa. Alright, you. I cannot believe he survived that. Okay. Well, I like these, I have no problem with enemies coming at us in small groups over the course of our stay in a node. That's just like free healing with these enhancements. So if we're going for also building up a shock rifle, let's see here. The Pro does 96 damage. This does 84. Actually, we should probably just build a normal shock rifle. I don't need the time slowing effect that badly. So unfortunately, we're missing a ton of components, though. We need crystal, dark energy, and power cells. In addition to, like, you know, the really obvious common materials. Anyway, that's the one I cleared out already. I guess let's go investigate this shipwreck. I'm going to assume there will be turrets, because I see way too many lights for there not to be some static defenses. Huh. I don't actually see any, though. I think they'd be picking me up by now. Oh, that actually is one. Never mind. Am I hitting that? No. Why are you not taking any damage? Oh, it's because the, you know what, the crosshair was not red. It really, really has a short range. I had to be within, like, half a kilometer. It's on the inside? Oh, it's a what am I doing? Shooting at shipwrecks. What am I thinking? Alright. Private J.H. Heaven. Wow, that's a name. First entry. Wow, finally, my first adventure. New ship and ready for adventures. Let's get this going and shoot some of those bandits. Not a strong writer. Second entry. Well, things didn't go as planned. After 1 week, I decided to join a bandit group named Team Guardians. They're so cool, and it's really fun to shoot at unarmed traders. Third entry. So this guy, he names himself Weather Station. What an idiot. Doesn't want me to get a share of the loot. I have barely enough money to buy food, and I can't leave the group now, or I guess they would kill me. Fourth entry. After 4 weeks with near to no food, I finally escaped the bandits. Hopefully they won't chase me. This is... Alright. This is not great writing. So, you see this in a lot of games these days, where there are logs. This has been a popular way of delivering world-building stuff in video games for a long time, but you see it a lot now, where there's logs of wildly varying writing style and quality, and I really wish that developers wouldn't do this. I understand why it's tempting to be like, we're making a game on Kickstarter, if you give us a bunch of money, we'll let you write in our game, we'll let you put some of your writing in our game. But, like, there's got to be a better way to make money. A way that has less of an effect on the final product. So obviously, stuff isn't tremendously important, but if you've been playing a lot of games over the last few years, you've probably, I suppose one good shield booster is better than a bunch of mediocre shield boosters that I will forget to use. Yeah, if you've been playing a lot of video games over the past couple of years, you've probably had at least one experience where you rolled your eyes at a game and then decided, you know what, I'm not going to read any more of this. And that could definitely have some negative effects for the game's ability to effectively world build and stuff. I think Pillars of Eternity suffered from that problem. It had some really, really loose... There are a bunch of NPCs who had, to be fair, they were marked out pretty obviously. They have names that are a different color. And when you examine them, you, like, learn their history because it's a thing your character, you know, it's for story-related reasons. That's a perfectly reasonable thing to happen. And so much of the writing in those little backstories is so weird and bad. It's a little silly. I should be able to just, you know, look past it, but it really did affect my enjoyment of the game's text. I'm usually a person who, you know, reads all the stuff. But yeesh. Alright, am I allowed to enter through the... I mean, we should probably just go in through the obvious gates. Those probably are like the hard shields, right? Let's grab some repairs real quick. What's exciting? Well, we can buy dark matter. We don't really need a huge amount of dark matter right this second, but, I mean, money is basically worthless. I'll definitely trade scrap for crystal as well. That sounds good. And I'll buy some gas, sure. Okay. So, we're still short dark energy, but now we have enough dark matter that we can build a couple of really cool things. We also have enough to spare that we could do some of these fancier mods. So let's... How far off are we from the materials for a normal shock rifle? 2 dark energy, some scrap. We're still out... We still have no power cells. That's a real stumbling block. What is this? Huh, I'm not getting any kind of reading on whatever it is. That's strange. There we go. I guess my maximum sensor range is about 5 kilometers. Yeah, I think we'll be just fine without the time-slowing effect. I didn't realize that the damage difference between the shock rifle's basic version and its pro version was so great. It's kind of funny how soothing a little bit of space combat can be. It's actually like really... I don't know if relaxing is the right word for it, but there's a sort of a Zen thing. I don't really know what Zen means from a... I know what Zen Buddhism is, but it's probably not actually a good way to use the word Zen, especially as an adjective. But you know, there's a thing that happens sometimes. There's like a calming feeling that can come over you when you're doing something that's not particularly difficult. Like mopping a floor. I used to get it when I would mop floors at my terrible video store job. You just kind of sink into the activity. And I get it a little bit when I'm doing like really basic combat in this game. Granted, there's a lot of combat in this game that is not very calming. I don't know, something about the three-dimensional movement and the... I don't know, I just sink into it. It's nice. That's one of the reasons that I think I really missed playing space games. I'm glad that some good stuff is starting to come out. Did I check this portion of the husk? So far, we've not really found a lot of valuable stuff here. Well, it kind of seems like there's just not much of value. That busted up ship over there is being actively guarded. That looks like a better bet. Oh, you know what? I'm completely forgetting to use my weapon overdrive, too. The weapon overdrive does decrease the amount of energy that the weapon consumes, as well as increasing its damage output, and that's going to be really valuable with this gun. Surprise! Let's just jump in here and shoot everybody. There cannot possibly be any negative consequences to this. Ooh, alright, you. So there's a pair of missile turrets shooting at me right now, which is very annoying. Also something else, but I don't have time for it. Alright, is this other thing a ship? It is a ship. Hey, power cells. It's not enough, but it's a start. Ooh, a beam laser. Maybe I don't have to build a shock rifle. Maybe I just take a beam laser and use this as my long-range weapon. That'll be the plan for right now. Alright, Leo car coming, but we may as well grab the bits of loot that we've knocked loose already. There we go. Yeah, this is going kind of not that well. And honestly, I think if we didn't have this enhancement, I'd be in a pretty bad place. It's a shame we didn't have time to run back to the service station there. But it does feel like the areas are just like way denser with enemies this run.
This is bad.
Well, the magic of these procedurally generated, or games with procedurally generated elements, is that you can have these, you can have runs and you're never quite sure what you're going to encounter.
They're onto me.
Come on, come on. I don't think anybody's onto me, actually. Yeah, there's a lot of combat voice lines that don't really always apply themselves all that well to the situation. Plasma torpedoes. What exactly is the difference between a plasma torpedo and a missile? Okay, the torpedoes are unguided. Fair enough. Especially useful against slow-moving stationary targets. So the capital type ships. It's just ore, plasma, and scrap, although it's quite a bit of scrap. Alright, this thing I want to probably just pump the fire rate so you get the damage up really high. I don't like the critical hit chance mods because it seems like they don't increase your critical hit chance for very much relative to the amount of extra energy they consume. So you get fewer shots, but they don't actually end up being all that much more likely to kill people. Let's just do a little bit of that. When did I pick up a time extender? Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy about just finding one of my favorite items in my inventory, but it seems odd. I definitely do not remember picking that up.
Your assistance has been asked in defending a ship from an outlaw party. Coordinates are set in the map.
Alright, alright. I'm on it. Yeah, that's a satisfying weapon. I really like individually powerful low fire rate guns.
Along with thanks for your assistance.
Something about that just works for me. It's like the ubiquitous video game shotgun, right? Maybe that's not just a me thing. Maybe everybody likes low fire rate, high damage weapons. Alright, let me guess. Nothing exciting? Yeah, nothing exciting. I think we're going to end up going through a lot of scrap this game, so we may as well buy these. Definitely not trading resources for small amounts of money. That seems crazy. That guy is so far away that he is definitely not my problem. Let's just have a quick look around. We'll get to that crystal. Let's look over here first. It would appear that I have stepped into a trap a little bit. Something tells me we'll be alright. Yeah. Yeah, I made the right call. This is a really good weapon. Okay, well, I don't know if that's enough fuel to completely refill us, but it's definitely a start.
I'll take
Yeah,
these, thank you.
there's just way too much fuel in the game for the upgrades that make you more fuel efficient or that, you know, reduce your chance of taking damage from unfueled jumps to be relevant. I don't know, maybe I'm having a lot of, like... Why can't I target this? Well, my targeting selector will not pick it up. Ah, because these are G&B turrets. Maybe that's why. I just kind of assumed that there would be no G&B presence, what with the station so obviously being trashed. Come on. Oh, I'm too far away for this weapon to work. Alright. Well, I don't think we got any notifications that G&B called the cops on us or anything. We're still good on that front. Yeah, I'm surprised that there are active G&B defenses on a station that's as blown out as this one is. Especially since G&B has never, to this point, seemed to care very much when we attack their old stuff. Well, this has got to be a good start. Maybe this will be the game, right? Maybe this will be the one where we finally get that fuel mission finished, or the fuel tanks. 23. Reach Sector 2 without taking hull damage is our new thing. Could we get that very easily by just using the thing that lets us start at Sector 2? Because that one should be... honestly, it shouldn't be too hard to get even if we can't cheese it. I believe... yeah, I believe that should be pretty easy to get. Kind of surprised the Okar haven't shown up yet. Alright, so we're still short. Not in this slot. We're still short, dark energy. The beam laser's not bad. Like, I'm not too bummed out about just using the beam laser. Okay. Pretty good DPS, and I especially like having weapons with high shield DPS in case we run into ancients. Well, I can't imagine we're gonna make it all the way over to this guy. I mean, honestly though, I'm kind of surprised he's alive. I was thinking probably don't make it over to him and then like look around over there before the Okar show up, but I would. We'll take the chance. We're not too far away from the jump gate. In case we have to bail quickly. Oh, and that's true. I wasn't even really thinking about that, but we do get a little bit of free health. So, absolutely worth it to come over here, even if we don't have time to scout out the loot. Which we do not. Alright, we're like halfway to our fuel tanks. I swear to you guys, this is gonna be the one. We can definitely do this. Why are you not... There we go. We can definitely do this. If we see one of those G&B bases with the huge racks of fuel tanks, I'll probably just go ahead and go after them. Oh, is this the first node of Sector 2? We're doing this already? Alright, well, we're doing it. Let's do it. Yeah, look at that. Look at the damage output. Okay. It's very hard to see right now. I kind of did that when I had very little energy left. That was maybe not that wise. Are there ships out here? Was I seeing things? Oh, you know what? That might have been the tail of one of his projectiles that I saw. Yeah, must have been. Okay, well, I believe the Okar cannot track us here, so let's have a quick look around these rocks before we go and claim our reward. Yeah, I'm not too sad about being able to jump ahead probably a whole sector, though. And I'm definitely viewing this as a vindication of our choice to go for the Fusion Blaster, because that fight went very smoothly. Okay, we are not going to hit the walls. I wonder if these alien glyphs are just abstract shapes, or if these actually do have some kind of meaning that somebody on the team cooked up, even if there's no way for us really to find out what it is. Berserker glyph. I'm gonna guess deal more damage while you are more damaged. Or maybe a significant increase in damage output, but also a commensurate increase in damage taken, or maybe shields don't work or something. Well, alright. This is a thing we can do. Where are the ships? I want to shoot at the ships first. There we go. The drones actually have pretty good damage output. Maybe I should be prioritizing them more highly. Alright, now we have 2 access keys. Yeah, you know what? It's possible that I've been screwing up by trying to prioritize ships so much in combat. My assumption is that they're more dangerous, but honestly, maybe that's not actually held up. There we go. This is that little bit of scrap I was looking for. Alright, so I suspect all we're going to find in here is those special containers that have more containers in them, but... Oh, hey, that's right there. Boy, that sure is, like, right on top of us. Whew. So it seems like we get 25... we get our health from our enhancement, even when killing just like basic drones, and also when killing things like turrets and drone servers. So it's actually going to generate a really huge amount of health for us over the course of a run. Now that said, it's not going to generate a huge amount of health for us necessarily when we need it most, which is when we're fighting difficult enemies. But hopefully we can focus up and kill targets intermittently, and it seems like it's not, it seems like it's much faster than a nanobot heal. Just look around. Aha! For fuel tanks. I don't know if that even counts. Alright, is there anything else here that I could blow up, even just for fun? No, I think we were pretty thorough. That was not a great use of an access key. I'm not, like, overjoyed about what we got out of that. We ended up with a sensor relay, which dramatically increases our sensor range, but I'm not sure that this is worth the extra energy allocation, honestly. I don't think it is. I'm going to remove it. Just salvage that for scrap and plasma. I think these are pretty sensible mods. I wonder if I actually do want duration on this, or if I'd rather have cooldown. Being able to use it more frequently might be the way to go. Let's hold off for now. Alright, what else looks like it might be valuable? I don't know, kinda nothing, but I do see these GMB mining drones over here. Ooh. That's one of those racks I was talking about with all the fuel tanks on it. I don't know, it might be worth it for us to do a thing here. There's not a ton of GMB fighters in the area. I mean, you have to expect that they'll launch some. But this might, in fact, be the time. So we start with a turret, right? And we assume that they can't turn the mining lasers on us. Okay, they reported that attack real fast. Oh, that's an important one. Come on. This will be a real good time for me to get my energy back. I'm mashing on the time extender button. Alright. Just give me a moment to figure things out here. Alright, they ended up having a lot more static defenses than I thought they would have.
That showed him.
Ow. Oh, look at all of it. It's beautiful. Is this working? 36? Okay. The game does seem to sometimes not consider stuff to be fuel tanks in a really arbitrary way. It's happening, you guys. It's really happening. What are we? It's got to be close. Nope, that was it, actually. Oh yeah, it's just about to pop up. Cool. My computer can barely handle all of this destruction. Alright, I feel like I've been working on that forever. That's almost as much of an achievement as making it to Sector 7. And now this would be a good time to bail out of here. So where's the gate? The gate is over here. Not bad. We got it done before leaving Sector 2. Let's just hope that G&B don't have a strong presence in the next node. I wonder what we're going to do with all these nanobots. I don't usually get the opportunity to trade them. I can try to turn them into nano kits, right? Let's start by killing the Webbers. Just drones, no ships, huh? So it could be... Oh, too far away. Ow. Yeah, there could be a drone server at work here. Or maybe not. It sure doesn't look like there's any defenses left. I have 20 light missiles and some other missiles. I was gonna say, I thought I had 2 weapon slots to store missiles in, but I forgot about the corrosion missiles that we picked up. Okay, so we don't need those. I kind of don't need those. What does it take to make a nano kit? I know how to do that, right? Oh, no, this is what I want. I want a nano injector. It's made out of dark matter. So, like, we have an open slot for this, right? No, we do not. Let's replace... drone override might actually be useful. Okay, let's not worry about it right now. But I'm wondering if it will still let us use nano injectors, and that's what we could do with our nanobots, is just turn them into injectors and then heal ourselves that way very inefficiently. Try to steer clear of the minefield for right now. Because if we can't use nano injectors, then I actually I have no idea what we will do with nanobots. We don't take component damage often enough for that to be like a really strong option. Also, man, I wish I had like lights on this thing. Alright, we should try to pick a fight. Ooh, there's an energy core extension over there in the minefield. Actually, let's go get that. I do wish that our windshield here, our window, wasn't all messed up. Alright, you want to fight? Let's fight. Let's, hopefully heal enough off of this fight in order to get our, why are you so injured? Uh-oh, GMB fighters are arriving. Actually, we don't have a message saying that GMB is hostile. Maybe they don't maintain hostilities over a sector transition? Alright, I think what happened, actually, I think the reason that guy was injured is because he might have run into some mines. Where's that energy core extension? Wow. Alright, there's another turret, but I don't think it can get us from this angle. Trying not to expose myself before I have an angle on them. Uh-oh. Too close to the explosion. These fully automated and roboticized turrets have awfully good reaction time. I don't know why I thought I would be able to like sneak up on them and shoot first. In hindsight, that's a real dumb plan. Alright. This is the last thing I want to make sure we get before the bad guys show up. Okay, well, unfortunately, I think I ended up not netting a lot of extra health out of all that, because I took a couple of missile hits, and I think they got through the shields. Okay, Outlaw base, other Outlaw base. And maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get some of those G&B reinforcements. I really wish we had combat drones. Actually, that's a thing we could build. I'm allowed to have a combat drone. Ah, but I can't just craft it and immediately use it. I have to have an actual open slot, huh? Huh. Oh, those are Okar fighters. Some of these outlaw defenses may find themselves busy. And they immediately turn on me. Why can't we just, work together to loot this place? I can share. Possibly. I wouldn't, but I know how. I don't really. Yeah, I gotta not forget to, make drones and stuff, because this dude is very helpful. Alright, nanobots we don't need. These guys headed this way? I think they might be. Okay, so there's some stuff going on here. We have found our way into an active battle. I don't have the wherewithal to pick a team and try to assist them. I'm just going to shoot at whatever happens into my sights. I gotta say, these fights though, where I am not everybody's sole focus, are really, really good for our health. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What did he just, apply the brakes? It's actually a pretty good move. Who's left? The combat music stopped, even though my drone is currently engaged. Ooh, that is a nice blueprint. Alright, so they were struggling over something in a pretty serious way over here. Let's see if we can figure out what it was. Shutdown duration. I wonder, given that we know the game's going to end with a pretty long, sustained dogfight, maybe shutdown duration is actually a really good move. Reduces the amount of time that we can be taking damage. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to swap this. Let's take this on. Obviously, capacity's not bad either. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's be very cautious. That's a lot of mines. Honestly, it's possible there's not even anything of value on this little station of theirs. I don't see anything. Yeah. Well, never mind. We don't need to clear out the mines. There's no reason for us to even be over here. We did the important thing. What am I seeing on the tracker? Just a loose outlaw scout. Yeah, okay. My opinion of this enhancement so far is pretty positive. It might be even better on the gunship. Although the gunship takes such large amounts of damage when it takes... Like, when we get into a real fight with the gunship, it takes so much damage that I wonder if ticks of 20 or 25 at a time are really going to be all that helpful. Okay, I'm immediately targeted by something that is coming at me with a star at its back. That's smarter than I like my enemies to be. Oh, trader's under attack. I guess we better go save him. So, elite outlaw. Alright. A lot of outlaws in this now.
Straight into the account.
Ooh, a place to use our access keys. Is that a third elite? Jesus. Ow. What is going on in this part of space? The Outlaws having some kind of convention? Okay, that guy had some maneuvers. We will hit up the trader, but I want to make absolutely sure we have time to get this figured out. Over here, maybe? Is this one of those ones that has a hole in the top? Does this hole actually take me to someplace useful? No, there's no shield generator or anything on this side. Okay. Ah, there we go. There's an entrance. Ah. Nope. Turned the wrong way. Okay, where's that turret? There it is. They're small, and they're the same color as everything else, and sometimes my transponder just doesn't feel like picking them up. Alright, so there's a special tech container in there. Ooh, okay. Definitely trading for that. I don't think I want to carry a second Arc 9000, so let's just salvage it. Okay, it's made of dark energy. That's cool. That's useful. Let's get over here to the special tech container that we definitely deserve. Extremely earned. Ow. Oops. Swap. There we go. Absolutely no reason not to take that. I'm very happy to be able to build those now. The mainframe override Mark III. Man, that's hard to pass up. I really like my weapon overdrive, but this is a 90% success chance. Yeah, we have to take this. I don't think we can not take this. I think that's the sensible way of doing that, maybe. That's a very good piece of loot. Are we pretty good here? This just goes out to space on this side, I assume. Oh! Alright. Just wait for the plasma nozzle to shut itself off. Okay, there is in fact nothing of value in here. Something outside is really mad. Really, really angry about my presence here. I guess we better go deal with it. Seems like a good time to make another combat drone. Make another one to launch when this one is inevitably killed. I do not appreciate him playing chicken with me all the time. The real challenge with these energy injectors is remembering that I have them. Hey, that's my drone. Okay, we managed to save it. I wish that there was a way to just have the drone self-repair. Like maybe every time you jump or something. I'm not going to make the trader. Never mind, let's just get out of here. That was pretty good. I don't know what we need this Arc 9000 for, but I like having it. Hopefully I can remember to use it, unlike last run. So at this point, what do I actually need? I don't think I care about the shock rifle as much as I thought I would. Ooh, okay, hold up, hold up. Just carve ourselves a path here. If I were going to make... You know what? We still have our drone. I do want to make some nano injectors. I guess we can just craft the nano injectors. Well, I was going to say we can just craft the nano injectors when we need them, but right, the whole reason I wanted to make them was so that I could carry some more nanobots around. I hate to get rid of this and then need it, but let's just not take any system damage and then we won't need it. So a nano injector... not trivial to build. Next time we get injured, we'll try it out. But my suspicion is that it will work. I think it probably is going to work. Too many weapons. I cannot instinctively, by feel, switch from weapon to weapon correctly. I don't know what it is about having 3 weapons that is so bewildering to me, but apparently it's a real problem. Alright, I mean, we destroy them, right? Because they could have actual fuel in them. There we go. Use some more. I do not know how you are supposed to run out of fuel in this game.
You have drawn the attention of hostiles.
Thanks. That's good information. I'm glad you're here. That was weird. Alright, I'm not even going to bother getting the rest of that. We have a finite amount of time here. Alright, so I'm feeling pretty good about our gear. Let's do some spending. Probably want... What is the cooldown time on this thing? 44 seconds. So actually minus 20% cooldown is a significant amount of time. I don't love driving the energy consumption up, but why don't we do, like, cooldown energy consumption, then? Oh, I had already... Okay, no, we're fine. That's fine. Upgrade this as well. Let's give it one capacity mod to go with its 2 shutdown duration mods. And then I don't think I'm going to upgrade either of these weapons at the moment. Oh, I suppose I could, like, be a little bit more thorough here. But you know what? We picked up the mineable crystals from outside at a pretty great distance. So maybe there's just nothing else in there. Hey, look at that. I managed to stop myself from careening into the side of the repair station. I think that may be the greatest evidence yet that this is definitely the run. We can buy plasma, we can buy scrap, sure. I think I am still going to build the shock rifle. But I probably want to build it over the beam laser so that we do still have one weapon that is specialized against... What am I doing? One weapon that is specialized against hull in case we should need such a thing. Now, crits with this thing are a little bit more interesting because its high base damage means that a crit event is going to be a tremendous amount of extra damage. But maybe I just want to drop its energy consumption, because we're definitely having some energy consumption issues. We'll trick it out slowly with the good mods. Yeah, I think this might be the one. I think we can do this. We've got a good set of gear. We've got an Arc 9000 as a a good get out of jail free card. We've got a ton of resources. We can make almost anything we want. Okay.
A freighter has asked for repair assistance. A reward has been offered in return for supplying it with the resources it needs.
Okay, can you mark that for me? Because I cannot see crap out here. It's on the other side of that singularity. Yeah, I can see why it would want some assistance. This is a bad place not to be able to control your ship. Well, hopefully all it wants is nanobots. That would be very easy for me. It just wants ore?
The required resources have been transferred. You have received credits as a reward.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty easy. So, hey, look. That could be a thing. Something just exploded over there. Curious. Alright, yeah, there's lots of turrets on this. There we go. I guess maybe the smart thing to do would have been to just beam these things from a distance. But honestly, you know, as long as it's not a lot of missile turrets, not really in a lot of danger. I see how it is. Wait for me to do all the hard work, and then you show up. Alright, turns out that flying away from somebody in a straight line is not a real strategy. Well, as much as I would love to be able to use this... God, a Gatling turret would be like the thing. We'd be invincible, man. Unstoppable. Alright, so I don't think I saw anything of value flying overhead here. I don't know what they're doing out here with no containers and no stuff, but...
They've locked onto me.
Hey, who? Alright, alright, alright. Overdid it a little bit. Ah, that guy.
Sure are a lot of valuable goods lying around.
Not much attention was paid to cleanup after the war, but we're helping in our own way.
It's true, I'm basically a space janitor. Where in the hell am I being shot at from? Possibly right there. Possibly a completely stationary thing. Okay, what happened there is I pressed R because I shot a bunch of bullets, and then I was like, okay, let's make sure the gun is reloaded. It's just a lot of years of shooting stuff in video games. It's an unfortunate habit. Have we been here before? Did we scoop this out? No, clearly not. I would never leave crystal behind. Alright, honestly, I think we probably should, we should finish getting this crystal and then we should get out of here. I don't like the nodes with the singularities in them. Make me nervous. Alright, well that may have been, with this ship at least, our easiest run up to Sector 4 ever. The ancient node did not hurt. Okay, another one of these ice gas field nodes. These usually do not have a lot of good stuff in my experience. I tend to be disappointed at the end. This whole cave's got a weird purple glow. I guess outside space is really what has the weird purple glow. Alright, we are not going after any of the stuff that is floating in the field of the singularity. That said, I think these credits are pretty far out. Ah, yeah, that's right, because stuff always spawns in the middle of the electrical storms, too. All of a sudden, I have all of the incoming. Let's see if we can get any value out of this mainframe override thing. Wow, that guy was loaded for bear. Alright, so I think what we figured out last time was that once you convert somebody, they stay converted until you jump out, right? There's no like visible timer on him or anything. Yeah, that said, I think let's just get out. I don't want to... No, I checked that already. I don't want to be here, man. The singularities make me really nervous. I can't really put it into words why. I don't think there's a good reason. It's just... I just don't like them. Do I want to go to the service station and then have to go through a high-risk natural hazard node? I think probably not. Also, I just realized that our pilot's name is J Frost, which is lame as hell. Well, this feels like a trap. I don't see any turrets or anything. Are a bunch of ships gonna jump in? That's right, I got rid of my beam laser. A thermogun. Well, I mean, we should salvage it. At the very least. Alright, so what have we here? We have an awful lot of outlaws. We're starting to see bombers and stuff. I wonder how vulnerable the bomber is to a little bit of interference. Okay, pretty vulnerable.
Yes!
I'll save you, friend. Yeah, I gotta feel like this bomber is gonna make combat go our way. Although he does seem to be a little bit indiscriminate with the flak cannon. I'm right here, guy. The only form of resistance he has available to him. He can't shoot me, and he can't ignore my enemies, but he can fire haphazardly at them when they are near me. So at least lets him express his frustration a little bit. Well, there are remarkably few structures on all these big rock platforms. It's a shame. Yeah, let's go hit the trader right now. I'm probably not going to want to come back over here. But honestly, there's some fast nodes. We're not finding a lot of interesting stuff. I don't think I want to trade dark matter for plasma. I don't really want to buy any of this stuff. Wow, 29 power cells for a fusion blaster. These guys' prices are insane. Alright, yeah, I think that's enough. Screw this. Let's go to an exciting node, where stuff is happening. Alright, well actually I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. Come back next time. We have full health, 3 access keys, and what I feel is a pretty impressive loadout. I think at the very least, we're making it back to the lab. And we'll see you then.